Man, listen. This product right here, man, listen. This product will have a painter on their knees. Man, I shouldn't even have this in my shop right now. This right here is like death to a paint job. Man, let me hurry up and get this up out of here. What it do, kings and queens? It's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and I'm back with another video. And today we talking about some products that can hurt your paint job before you even start doing your paint job. You didn't even know it's hurting your paint job, and it's hurting your paint job before you even get started. And this is for a lot of you DIY at home, in your home garage, doing that paint job, doing that restoration. A lot of you guys and you gals, y'all got a lot of different things going on in your garage, in your shop, and all those little chemicals and all those different things all kind of like in there together. You don't know that they could be harmful to your vehicle, especially when you get to the process of painting, but they can. And some of this stuff, you use it on your vehicle every day, and you don't even know that it might be the reason your paint job turned out the way it turned out, and you kept having issues and you just didn't know. And let me just grab these items and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so first item up, we're gonna start with ladies first. And yes, ladies, if you are a painter, you do body work, but you show up and you're smelling all good, you got your smell good on and your fragrance, and you know, you got it smelling good up in there. But this right here, when you get to that paint, you don't want to have nothing. Listen, you might want to be musty. You better off being musty and smelling a little tart instead of smelling like pecan waffles. You dig what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm laying down? You don't want to have this on you when you're out there laying that paint. And we'll just leave it like that. All right, fellas, same goes for you. You got on that fragrance, that cologne that you know that get them going, and you know you're smelling good, and everybody gonna ask you, hey man, what you got on? It smell good, and you're feeling good, and you're confident, and you got your chest all out because you're smelling good today. I don't care what you're doing. If you are painting, you doing body work, man, none of this stuff. None of this. No smell good for you either. Put it away, man. I just told the ladies, you better off, man. Just have a little man funk on you a little bit. You know what I mean? That's better than having this on you when you're out there trying to lay down that paint. Have you some man funk on you, you know, some caveman or something like that. You better off like that. All right, now this one is universal. Ladies, fellas, young and old, tire wet. Everybody wants to make sure they tires look good. You got your custom vehicle, or you got your truck, you got your van, you got your car, you got it looking good. It's the weekend, you ready to ride, cruise, hit the highway, hit the latest car show, and you want to make sure them tires is good. Now listen, you don't want this stuff on your tires when you start your project. Because what happens is, well, you know what? You don't want the stuff on your project. Let's jump into this footage, and I'm gonna show you exactly why you don't want this on your project when you get started. Let's go. All right, kings and queens, here we go. I'm actually spraying these 26-inch rims with single stage, black single stage at that. Paint code 8555. You know that 8555 been getting around here lately. We're using the Vevor R500. This is actually the very first time I used it. So I was still trying to dial it in, get it together. And see if I can work my magic with it. So I figured I'd try it out with some wheels. Needed to get these wheels done. Now pay attention that these wheels been primed. They had some curb rash. I fixed them up, primed them, and now it was time to paint them. And that's what we doing. So we decided to go with some single stage. I got the VVOR air compressor in the background. That was also the first time I used the small compressor, the 6.3 gallon compressor. And we trying to get the wheels done. So you see I'm doing my first coat, going around the wheels, making sure I'm covering every inch of everything on the wheel, and just kind of going through it. Now again, pay attention to the fact that I didn't paint on top of old paint. I went through the process of fixing these wheels, fixing the curb rash, priming them, all that good stuff. I followed the steps that I needed to follow to make sure these wheels wouldn't have any issues, and it should be a simple, easy job. Nothing crazy. Now somebody probably gonna say something about me not taping off the wheels, but hey, it worked. And those are just some simple index cards. Threw them in between the wheel and the rim itself, covered them off nice, and I went right to work. Saved myself some time and some money on taping. I didn't waste no tape, I didn't waste no paper, and I ain't waste no time. At least I thought I wasn't wasting no time. Thought I was getting the job done. But you'll see in just a little bit, all that work, all that process I went through, kind of all for nothing. Yeah, all these jobs don't come out just right every time. You got to be a problem solver when you doing a lot of this paint work and body work. You got to problem solve. Issues come up all the time. And this is no different. And I have issues just like everybody else. Getting the wheels done on the third one right now. Kind of a tack coat, not really putting the material on too heavy. Again, this is a single stage, so I ain't want to just smash the material on the first coat. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. All right, so now we at the fourth rim. Again, putting it on light, not putting it on heavy, nothing crazy. Just taking our time, not in a rush. And just trying to get the material on. And I'm doing nothing no different than the other three. But it's getting ready to turn into a nightmare for me. Trying to get them edges in. Get everything covered like I need to. Can you see it? Can you notice it? If you look closely, you might be able to see it. This is already happening right before your eyes. And definitely right before mine. Still going back, still covering everything. Making sure I got everything covered. But I'm steady going back over this wheel a whole lot more than the other ones. And look at that. Look at that. That paint is reacting on them edges. Look at that. I'm getting reaction everywhere. And what's causing that reaction is tire wet or some type of tire shine. Now, when you're working on your projects, you want to make sure that you strip that stuff completely. If you have any on your tires, your wheels, what happens is that stuff's supposed to dry out, but it doesn't dry out, and it'll splash all over your vehicle. So what happens is you believe that you got everything clean on your vehicle. You start sanding your vehicle, and then it works its way into the old paint. Next thing you know, you start building material on top of that. Then you lay down your paint material, and that stuff starts reacting. All right, kings and queens, so listen, all jokes aside, I hope this video is helpful to you and helps you get them projects done without any mishaps, because it definitely can happen. As you've seen in the video, had I known anything about those wheels being covered in the tire wet, I mean, I cleaned them and I'm gonna have to clean them again because I'm gonna have to redo those wheels, man. I gotta get them done, so I can have them done and out the shop. They gotta get done, so I gotta redo them. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to run into the issue of having to redo your project after spending all that time and effort to get it to the point of getting some paint on it, getting it looking good. You thinking you on the home stretch, and then because of tire wet, cologne, perfume, and a lot of different other things, oils, all type of different things that can transfer to the vehicle that could cause you to mess up your project or your paint job, even if you're doing everything correct throughout all your steps. But just that last little thing that you're not really paying attention to can affect your paint job. So you want to make sure you keep those things away from your paint job. Keep it off of you at all costs. If you can, don't even put yourself in a situation to where it might affect you and that work that you're doing and keeping you from getting that beautiful finish that you're looking for. Now listen, I done talked enough, I done joked. Hey, listen, for however long it takes you to get your project done, you're just gonna have to smell like an onion for just a little while till you're done. After you're done, you can go back to doing everything you was doing before. So look, if somebody call you the onion man or the onion lady for a little bit, don't worry, they won't call you that too much longer, because you're gonna have your project done, you're gonna be riding good, and you're gonna be smelling good. So listen, this is your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and we out.